Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I am doing my very first episode today. Probably can't hear me too well because I don't have my DJI lapel mics yet. Getting those, have them coming on the way, but super excited about this because I've been putting this together or thinking about this concept for a while where every morning I'm going to get up and I'm going to do an episode and share my gratitude and goals with the audience while I do my workout. So I had a pretty big transformation over the last couple of years in my health, and I have a lot of people asking me what I do, and so I figured I'd just show them behind the scenes, and at the same time I'll share the different things that I got going on in my life, different things that I'm thankful for, grateful for, and also my goals, the things that I'm looking forward to, the visions that I have, the mission that I'm on. And that way, hopefully, this can do a couple of things. Number one, it can inspire you to, get your health in check, right? Where are you at? Scale of 1 to 10 on your health journey, right? Your physical health. Where are you? If you're tuning in right now, go ahead and put that in the chat. Where do you feel like you are? Scale of 1 to 10 on your health journey. So hopefully that can help you, motivate you to raise that number up just a little bit, right? Health is the number one thing that we have. So number two, hopefully it will hold me accountable, right? To, again, get on this, stay on the fitness journey, and also hold me accountable for my goals. So every morning as I'm sharing my goals with you and the things that I'm trying to accomplish, I'm going to need the audience to go ahead and, chime in with me and hold me accountable. So one of the goals that I have right now was to put this together. And it's still a work in progress. As you can see, you probably can't hear me that well. You're probably hearing the treadmill right now. So for that, I apologize. I got DJI mics on the way. Well, I actually have them. They're just at my office right now. So I got those coming. So you're going to be able to hear me a lot better. I'm sure this probably doesn't sound too good. Probably very hollow, echoey. But that's one of the goals, was to get this set up. And today, even though it's not perfect, right? I decided, screw it. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Got no time to waste. Life's short. I mean, heck, we just saw some crazy news happening. Charlie Kirk, super sad. But you guys, it reminds me of how short life is. And I was sitting here today thinking, you know what, I'll wait until I get my mics and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, nah, just go. Sometimes you got to start before you're ready. That's what this episode is today. I'm starting before I'm ready. But I'm starting. I'm getting started. You know what I mean? So many times we let perfection hold us back from even getting started, because we want to present the best versions of ourselves all the time. We want to present the, Instagram highlight reel all the time. Well, I'm trying to tell you right now, life isn't really like that. Just get started. Make progress every single day, right? The next episode that I produce will be even better, right? I'll have the mics. I'll be ready. So this was one of the goals that I had, so I'm excited. Today is launching, right? And it'll be more structured. Like today, I didn't even have a structure as far as what I'm going to say, what I'm going to do. I just figured I'm going to come up on here and talk to you guys, so it'll be more structured. I have more of a format, and I'll be able to deliver, again, my daily gratitude, goals, my mission, the things that I'm trying to accomplish, and articulate that to the audience so you guys can, give me feedback, hold me accountable. Heck, maybe you can help me, and maybe I can help you, right? So that's what this is all about. Another goal I have is I used to do a lot of in-person events myself, right? I'm a speaker, I'm a podcast host, financial professional, career strategist. I wear a lot of different hats. And I used to run these events, and it's a part of me that, I've waited way too long. No excuses. It's my own fault. Got to take accountability. I've waited way too long. I used to run all these events pre-COVID. COVID happened. I went completely online. And it was great because I made a massive impact all over the country. That was amazing. But hey, I never went back in person. I speak at events, at other people's events. I do that. I speak on other people's podcasts. I do that, right? But when it comes to hosting my own events, it's like I stopped doing that because of COVID. And it became too easy to do online. But I got to tell you, anytime I speak to an audience in person and I'm speaking life into them, it actually fills me back up. So I'm noticing that part is missing. And again, I got to take accountability. It's my own fault. I've known this for a while. This is something that I've known for a while. So I got to get back to it. I got to get back to the in-person running, hosting my own events. And I'm excited about that. And again, I'm sharing this goal with you because I want you to hold me accountable. I want you to ask me, hey, how's it going? When's that next event scheduled? Things like that, right? And I want you to share your goals with me, right? In the comments, let me know what are some of the things that you're trying to accomplish these days, right? As I asked you earlier, as far as your health goals, right? On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you feel as far as your own health? Because just a couple years ago, I was about 30 to 40 pounds heavier than I am now. And, I felt it in my energy. I felt it in the way that I communicate, the way that I delivered, my confidence, right? And as I get older, I'm 38 now, getting closer to 40. This is something you got to take seriously. And there was a period of my life where I wasn't taking it seriously. And now, just a snapshot a few years later, I was able to make a transformation through consistency. I did a post about this the other day. Discipline compounded daily equals transformation. Okay? Discipline compounded daily equals transformation. So it's just like investments. It's going to compound over time, right? But you're not going to go to the gym one time, walk in there, go hard in the gym, and then all of a sudden, you met your goals and you're back in shape and you're feeling amazing and you're swole. No, that's not going to happen. You got to do it daily, right? Consistency compounded daily equals transformation, right? It's kind of like when you think about water and you think about rock, right? The water of a river, because it's so consistent, will cut through rock, right? It's crazy when you think about that, but it's that constant flow. It's that constant energy. It's momentum that creates the transformation in the rock. The rock changes. And so consistency is super important in everything that we do. Are you consistently showing up at work? Are you consistently showing up for your health, for your family, for your wealth, right? I think a lot of people, even when it comes to investing in finances, like being consistently saving, consistently, putting money aside, consistently reviewing your goals, your financial goals, like looking at those things and kind of looking underneath the hood. Hey, how are things going? Are you consistent with it? Or do you just kind of let life do what life does? I believe there's two different types of people. There's growth mindseted people. They're constantly looking to evolve, looking to grow, improve, make a better version of themselves every single day. And then there's people that are just kind of like sedentary. They're just, let life happen to them. They're in a fixed mindset. Now that I say this, there's another mindset. A third mindset is actually the victim mindset, where they feel like it doesn't matter what they do, they can't get ahead. It doesn't matter how much they apply themselves, because they don't take accountability. It's like, it doesn't matter what I do. This is happening, this is happening, this is happening, and that's why I can't, right? They're looking at it like they can't. There's nothing they could do to improve. It's the victim mindset. So let me ask you this in the chat, like, what type of mindset do you have? Are you a growth mindset? Are you a fixed mindset? Or are you a victim mindset? Right? Where are you? And you know what? Sometimes it might be a little bit of everything all at the same time. There's times where, I primarily have a growth mindset, but sometimes a little bit of that victim comes in. Like, you know what I mean? A little bit of that comes in. And you start complaining, right? You start talking about why this is wrong, why that's wrong, why, this, that, you're just complaining. I have to stop my own stinking thinking all the time, guys. I'm going to tell you that right now. I got stinking thinking. I got it. I've had it, and I have to shut it up all the time. Because that stinking thinking, that victim mindset, that just, it's no good for anybody. And what happens is you start to attract that. You start to bring that in. Other victims start coming in. Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, yeah, you're right. And they just, birds of a feather flock together. Have you ever met somebody that they come in a room and you just want to go the other way? You're like, oh, I don't want to be around that person because they're so negative. Well, I've gone through that myself. I had to check myself recently at a work conference. I had to check myself because I've had some things behind the scenes that, are challenging, frustrating, sometimes feel unfair. Like I've had some things behind the scenes where I'm trying to make moves and make progress and grow, and I have big visions and things I'm trying to accomplish, and I'm getting blocked, right? Like it's not going the way I want it to go. And sometimes I take it personally. And again, I had to check myself because I'm like, man, I am not being a light in the world. I'm not being a light right now. I'm being very negative, being a victim. I'm complaining, right? And I had to stop myself and say, you know what? That's not right. I want to be a light. What can I do? Forget what's happening. Forget what all the negatives that are going on that are out of my control. What is in my control? Like, okay, well, I can start taking time building stronger relationships, right? like strengthening relationships, telling the people that are in charge of a lot of the things I'm trying to get done, like start telling them how much I appreciate them instead of arguing with them, instead of complaining about why things aren't going right, why I'm frustrated, and why I feel justified for my position and what I'm trying to accomplish, instead of trying to push. Like, and that's what I've done my whole life. I've always been a fighter, right? Like I've always been a fighter my whole life. And I'm like, I need to stop fighting, and I just need to start loving. I need to start shining light on those people, regardless of whether I feel justified in the fight or not. It's like there was a video recently of a baseball game where they hit the home run, and the father runs over and grabs the ball, gives it to his son, and this lady comes over. She's like a classic Karen, right? She runs over there and she's like, you stole the ball from me or whatever. And like, instead of, he could have totally argued with her. He could have totally been justified. Like when that ball goes up, it's kind of fair game. Whoever gets it, gets it. Like that's just the way it is. It's kind of the unwritten rule, I guess. But, he could have argued. He had just given it to his son. Here she was being, being a victim. And he could have fought her. He could have been like, yo, no way. I just gave this to my son. And it could have been a big battle right there. It got ugly because she looked like, anyway, don't mean to go there, but she looked like, one of those people that, anyways. So it could have went that way. But instead, he was just like, you know what? This isn't worth the fight. Here you go. Have a good day. I think he even did one of those. Bye-bye. Like he didn't want that energy around him or his son. Gave the ball to her. Let it go. It's not worth it. Right? And then, sure enough, the baseball team brought the kid in. Right? And they had a signed baseball bat and baseball and all this kind of stuff. Like he got to go down with the team, and it was a big deal. Right? And I thought that's so cool because, pick your battles. And that's something I'm learning. I'm still growing, guys, because I've always been a fighter, and I'm learning how to pick my battles, and to show grace for when I feel like I'm not being justified or something's happening against me or whatever. Just show grace, shine love, and I think that there's a good karma in that. And there's, again, something I'm learning. Shout out to Kenneth over there on LinkedIn. Says, I do not have the luxury of having a victim mindset. Too many people depend on me, and I have to move forward. Besides, every time I change jobs, I get a pay bump. Heck yeah, let's go. I got to get through the rough spot first. I love that, Kenneth. Thank you for sharing. Love that so much. Yeah, absolutely. You got to keep a positive mindset. And again, guys, what I'm talking about, mindset is so important. I just did an episode on this the other day because it's like I could teach you all the strategy in the world, whether it's to help you with your career or to help you build your business or whatever the heck it is. I could teach you all the strategy. I could give you all the tools, resources, information, knowledge. Think about it. We got ChatGPT now. We got all the information, knowledge, and resources right here. You don't even need me. You need this. But if your mindset isn't right, guess what? You're going to tell yourself why you can't, why, why the world is against you, why it won't work. I do this all the time in what I teach in the career strategy. I'm teaching people, and there are some that are still in that victim mindset where I see it. They start coming up with excuses, right? They start coming up with every reason in the world why it won't work. I'm like, hey, if you think it won't work, then it ain't gonna work. It definitely isn't, because you're not gonna do what's necessary. You're gonna give up, right? And so mindset is so important. So Kenneth, I appreciate you sharing that with me. So guys, again, this is my first episode doing this new show. This is going to be a daily show that I do. Today I started before I was ready. I don't even have my microphone, so this probably doesn't sound great. I'm sure you're probably like, what the heck? And it's also going to be a lot earlier. I normally do this around 6 o'clock a.m. So I'm running late today, but no excuses. I was running late because I was setting up, getting things set up, right? But I decided I had a choice to make. I could have just got things set up and skipped. Like, it was taking time this morning. I could have skipped and said, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. But I said, you know what? Forget that. Tomorrow's not promised. Today. And even if I'm only here talking with one or two people at 8:20 in the morning, doesn't matter to me. Kenneth, you're here with me. I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Excuses are for losers, you say. And yes, you're absolutely right. So no excuses. Today I started. This is going to be something I do daily. It's going to be a daily show. I'm going to have more format to it. I'm going to have more structure to it. But mainly, I just want to speak from the heart. Like today, I really didn't have any script or format. I knew what I wanted to, maybe a little bit of what I wanted to talk about, but it really just been kind of going off what's up here and how I feel. So hopefully you guys can appreciate this. I'm going to be getting things fine-tuned with the audio, because I'm sure it probably sounds like crap. I got my treadmill going. You probably hear boom, boom, boom. I don't know what y'all are hearing on your end. It probably sounds like crap. Hey, Kenneth, how does this sound? How's the audio? Scale of 1 to 10. How crappy does this sound? I bet it sounds really bad because I got kind of a hollow gym here. And yeah, kind of a hollow gym going on. Let me turn off the treadmill. Okay. Feeling good. And got my Echo hydrogen water bottle here. You probably can hear this. Just made some hydrogen water. You guys do the research on that. It's supposed to be really good for a whole bunch of health benefits. Sounds good? Sounds good? Okay. Cool. I'm glad to hear that. Well, it's going to sound even better. It's going to sound even better once I get my mics and all that set up. So, all right, guys. Really appreciate you. For a guy, a 10. Let's go. Let's go, Kenneth. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, guys. Thank you so much again. Today was episode 1 in the books. Not perfect, but hey, it's in the books. Let's go. All right, y'all have an amazing, blessed day. And I'll talk to you soon.